One of the problems we are facing today as a new government is that the many contracts which were signed within the last 14 days, and not only within the center, but in institutions like Cocoa Board, these things were also done there. And if you don't take care, you run the country into all kinds of judgment debt, because these agreements have also been signed and may be legally binding, and certain provisions are there to be met. You can't just come and say, I'm abrogating it. But it's a complete waste of efforts and time and man hours. We shouldn't have done them in the first instance. And we have quite a lot we are looking at. Fans have a term, the lame duck president. That term is not there for nothing. You are elected, you are outgoing president, but your functions are literally taken away from you in respect of many important issues. We are waiting for a new coming administration, and you don't do anything that is significant. The day-to-day running of the country can go ahead, but you don't do anything that is pronouncedly significant. And I think we have to be very clear in the law about what can be done and what cannot be done. This of the Administrator General must be taken as one of the Article 70 office holders, and it must be resourced and must play the role of the one in charge of the continuous assets of this country. To me, that office should be so active that any procurement that takes place, he should be copied to. If we build our assets base safe today and we have X, then future procurement, that office should be notified, so that when you are updating the future assets, it will not going to be very difficult. It must be compulsory for any procurement that takes place within the government sector to copy to that office.
Whilst I will not deny the fact that, like many institutions in this country, we never have enough resources to deliver on our mandate, it will not be peculiar to the Administrator General. I do support the view that it should be better resourced if it has to discharge its responsibility. But I think that its constraints in some ways has been overstated. In my experience in the 2017 transition period, it was as surprising as dramatic. I recall, and I stand to be corrected, that at an event at this very institute, the Administrator General indicated that he already had in his possession the handing over notes. I stand to be corrected. But when it was time for the handing overs to be handed over, he was sitting in the well with the team, and it was the Chief of Staff who was giving reasons for why the notes were not ready. The unavailability of the notes impeded a smooth transitional process. Without the notes, we could go nowhere. Eventually, when the notes came, they came in tranches. The Administrator General again was sitting in the well, and he was invited to come and pose to the cameras to hand over the notes. What are we being told?
Senior Minister, the Prime Minister of Ghana, Ero Safamafo. We are making the
Assembly and
the Prime Minister of Ghana.
That's the minister there, also ministers now, also to in charge of economy. Why are you more Ghana swatch a pad?
I make Gloria Kufu Swakasa, say, Osha, no maybe I saw Mutimi movie, say, in Krata on some quite fast, so a buyer, and Nina a hard drink a credit. Contract to do on Ombajibre, no much and Yadaji, I should and what's a more. Modeba, soldier for Modeba, and I am Joka. I do a soldier for Don, soldier for me do the about Obuhu Bobado pay.
Hey, then I don't blame you. What do now to I blame myself? I take my longer pain to write my longer application. So, if you have for years, a patas, I dear friend, if you have and a permit Yamu, I am more patas. Honorable Eric Opoku, former Regiment Minister Bonga, just come out. Mugabe was and Kennedy Japan, Semen or Baka for DSTV home. was a pepe what in the fear of Buno, about format media, your boss, your dish, or my befako. Nam say, no jealous who go share and answer the Asamoah.
Oh,
It's that was a number Gabby the few boss, a buy and a happy birthday in Coba Chris Waddle. Chris Waddle, a war, a year, a crocret, or so, or a crocret.
Uncle Ken and Chris Waddle. Oh my goodness, I can't be here. Why? Can you be busy?
Madam, Michael, how many were UK? And a pair of shavings, yes, blah, 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 blah. And a pair of shavings, yes, and come up, papa, blah, blah, blah. Quablas were here the more than near the auntie. While I said, yeah, we are trying to run while I said, Mranny and Trash.